So good evening, everyone, and welcome to our business presentation. My name is Dr. Kariuki Josphat. I'm one of the speakers, and the host for this meeting is the Superstars team, the International Superstars team. And we'll be having two speakers, mainly myself, and we are privileged towards the end. We'll be having a very, very special guest speaker who will be speaking to us all the way from US, a very good friend to this team. And we are really thankful to him for finding time to be here with us. I will be introducing him later. So as I've said, I'm Kariuki Josphat, married to Piaros Cherotich. And between us, we are blessed with 4 children. And we've been in business for the last 13 years. But before then, my wife was a high school teacher with the TSC here in Nairobi, a high school teacher. And I was a full-time lecturer in the university. But then our lives were not the way we expected when we were students. You know, the way you work so hard so that at least your life can be sweet enough. You are told to go to school, work very hard, get good grades, and get good jobs, and your job will take care of you, only to realize that that was quite a lie. So after working for a couple of years, we thought for things to change, we needed to change. And we thank God that someone cared so much and shared the opportunity I want to share with us, and it literally changed and transformed our lives. Fast forward, my wife is no longer teaching with the TSC. I am no longer teaching with the university. We were able to get our financial freedom and time freedom. And now we are out here mentoring many others who want to also achieve more out of their lives. So are you in this call and you feel you are worth more, you can achieve more than you've achieved, then you are in the right place. So I want to share my slides so that we can move together. I'll be quite brief yet clear. Then we'll be closing with our guest speaker. What an evening to engage together. So if you can see my screen, someone you can confirm through the chat there so that I don't move alone. And there we are sharing, first of all, our mission as Superstars team. Our mission is simple. Yes, good. At least I can see, people can see my slides. Okay. So our mission is simple: to help individuals to build their own independent businesses so as to realize financial freedom, very important in today's economy, to travel around the world, to enjoy yourself, and to live a generally better lifestyle. And we deliberately focus on first things first, that is health. Will you agree with me that your health is your greatest wealth? Our argument is, even if you have all the money, but your health is not perfect, you won't enjoy that money. And unfortunately, many people spend their entire life looking for money, only to use all that money looking for health. So we want to have both health and wealth. So start with the health and you'll never get it wrong. So that's where now we differ from many other businesses out there. Now, we also borrow a lot from World Health Organization, who guides us on how we should eat if we are to maintain perfect health. First of all, your health is affected by rest. If you don't have enough rest, you're in danger. Then exercise, that is physical fitness. And thirdly, diet. So the major one is diet. And for that reason, we'll focus on this triangle, which shows us how our diet should be. Now, the very first thing is manage your weight. If you don't do that, then you'll be harboring many other issues in your body. Then whole grains, take lots of whole grains. Avoid refined grains or wheat, maize, all those. Let's use the unrefined ones. so that we feed ourselves. You are as healthy as yourself. Then take lots of fruits and vegetables. 5 to 9 different colored fruits. Note that my triangle is narrowing up. So you should take less of what is at the top. So reduce on proteins, especially red meat, take only 20 grams. Don't do what I've seen many Kenyans do. 1 man, 1 kg of red meat. You are pushing yourself to the grave very, very fast. Then reduce on fats and sugars, and if possible, do away with them. So that's what we are saying. Will you agree with me that conventionally people are doing the inverse? We've inverted the triangle so that what we were supposed to do less, we do more. Fats and sugars. People are eating lots of fats and sugars, lots of proteins, no fruits and vegetables. The only time I see people really being serious with the fruits is when they are going to see their sick ones in a hospital. Then whole grains. People don't love whole grains. More often than not, they are not sweet. So you want the sweet stuff which have nothing in them except starch, and no time for physical exercises. People are busy. What is the result of doing that? All these chronic diseases, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, name them, so many of them. And out of every 4 deaths, you might have this experience or statistics. 3 die as a result of any of these chronic diseases. But then we are saying it's time to reverse the trend. All is not lost. And it is now for that reason that we are privileged to partner with a company by the name Neolife International. And this is really a privilege because the company has been there long before Superstars team came into business. We are talking of 65 years ago. That's when Neolife was started by one Jerry Brasfield in US. Then it came to Africa 1971, Kenya and other countries around East Africa around 1996, to myself 2010, to you who is listening for the very first time. It has come to you today, and it has spread to over 56 countries globally. A big question, why has the company been there for all these years? The answer is, we are guided by very strong values, honesty and integrity. Whatever we say is what there is. People are number one. We are not in the business of looking for money. Money is a result of what we do. We are empowering people in health and wealth, and therefore we get paid for that, and I'll be demonstrating how that works in a short while. Then products that work. And I want you to look at the guys on the right-hand side where we have Scientific Advisory Board. This is a body of top doctors and scientists in the world who do research in the products manufactured by Neolife to make sure that, one, they are natural, and two, they are backed by science. So the products really work. Actually, that gentleman here, the late Dr. Arthur Fast, was the founder of cancer chemotherapy. And therefore, we are talking of high-end scientists. Equal opportunity for all. It doesn't matter whether you are 18 or 81, whether you are a professor or never went to university. As long as you have big dreams that you want to accomplish, this is your opportunity. The long-range vision. We are talking of the company has been there for 65 years. And ladies and gentlemen, we are also by extension saying the company will be there for another 65 years. That's why personally, I'm so excited that the business I've built for the last 13 years, even my children and my children's children will benefit from it. So that's why the company has been there for all that long. So look at the wonderful Neolife solution that we have, where we didn't take what we were supposed to take, and we created dietary gaps. We are able to fill those gaps now. For whole grains, we have 3NN, many whole grains put up together to feed ourselves. And the effect is that you look younger for longer. For fruits and vegetables, we have carotenoid complex. Very many fruits and vegetables put together so that in only 20 days of taking carotenoid complex, your immunity will go up by 37%. So opportunistic diseases will not find their way into your body. Then we have omega-3 salmon plus. That's a very good one for our joints, our brain development, our memory, our everything, heart health and all that. And then multi, that is minerals and vitamins. So what the company does is that they put for us the 4 products in this sachet, and then in this big box, they put 30 sachets like the one above. So for a whole month, but I can tell you in 3, 4, 5 days, you'll be feeling all the difference. I love it. So the triangle which we had inverted upside down is now the right side up. And when you are that healthy, then you can talk about money. But just before we go to money, let me mention that we have a host of many other products, more than 100 different products. Just to mention major ones, we have weight management, a number of them. And this is not theory. With permission from my wife, Pieros, I chose to show this comparison. Before we learned about the weight management program, Pieros was suffering from this weight. Of course, we thought this is a sign of wealth. That false mentality that the more horizontally blessed someone is, the more money. Now, today, the opposite. The more horizontally blessed you are, most likely the more diseases you are carrying in your body or you are about to get. But look at the photo after. I'm sure she looks much younger in this after, which is 10 years after, than she was 10 years before. Isn't that amazing? I'm entirely lucky man that Neolife brought this kind of a solution. So I encourage all of us to share this great news with our friends. And then we have many other categories. Herbal alternatives, the one you see here, where we have feminine herbal for ladies to fine-tune your hormones. You don't want to start getting breast cancer, cervical cancer, and all that. Others are not able to conceive because of hormonal imbalance. So feminine herbal takes care of that. Masculine herbal for us men. You don't want to start suffering from prostate cancer. And ladies and gentlemen, prevention is better than cure. Don't wait until you are hit by any of these challenges. Prevent. And then we have other categories like golden home care. This one, golden home care, these are the detergents we use in our homes. Instead of using chemicals to bathe, to wash clothes, your fruits and vegetables, use these organic detergents and your health is guaranteed. We have organic age-defying skin care. You don't want to age so fast that you'll be confusing people with your mom. People will be confusing you for your mom or for your dad because you are aging so fast. You want to look younger for longer, right? How many of us in the call would want to look younger for longer? That is your solution there. We have children nutrition. We invest in the health of our children other than taking them to hospital now and again. And finally, we have farm care range. These are products that boost our yields in our farms, specifically the very famous Super Grow. It will multiply your ions 3 times, take care of the pH value of your soil, and so on and so forth. And it's very economical. 1 liter, you mix with water 1,000 liters. So this is a perfect solution for all the farmers. Let's tell the world. So I've just summarized on the products. We have so many of them. And the person who invited you to this call can even share product catalog and other materials to help you enjoy the kind of products that we have. But having said that, I know most of us perhaps didn't come here because we want products. We didn't come here because perhaps we are sick. But most likely our pockets, that's where we have a problem. Like myself, when I came in, the serious problem I had was my pocket. And so I'm glad to take us through this very interesting session here, financial and lifestyle success. But remember, without any quality product or service you are offering, then there is no business. Your business is bound to collapse. So we are very, very excited to have very good products that you can use now to build our financial position and lifestyle success. So let's go together into financial and lifestyle success. And we start by talking about our dreams. Let's talk about our dreams. Do you remember when we were young that we used to dream of having enough money to do all what we wanted to do? Did you not dream about driving these kind of machines, the Range Rovers, the Mercedes, the Land Cruisers? Whenever the planes would pass up there, we would say, that is me inside, because we dreamt of traveling around the world. Didn't we dream of having homes along the beach? You know, but then with time, our dreams started fizzling out because we discovered we are not about to achieve them. But I'm here with good news, my brothers and sisters. You need to awaken your dreams again. Let's resurrect those dreams, because someone said, if your dreams die, then you have also died. And so some people die at 25 and they are buried at 75, unfortunately. But let's see, how do we now go again for our dreams? Moving forward, don't be stuck to the past. Let's move into the future together. It all starts with, how do you make your money? This is Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Are you in the first quadrant E, where people only depend on employment? You are just waiting for someone to pay you what they want, not what you want. And you see, that is where we landed as employees. Good jobs, some small pay, especially after the deductions, pay as you want, pay as you eat, pay as you do whatever you are doing. And then net is pathetic. And year in, year out, you are getting income which gets finished before the month is over. And you have too much month remaining, not sure of how you are going to fill it up. Then we have SE, self-employed. People start small businesses and they struggle with those businesses. Unfortunately, they never break even. But on the right-hand side, we have big business builders. And that is where now we want to move, all of us. And you become a big business builder, no ceiling for you. You become an investor. Investors don't work for money, man works for them. Now, how do you move from the left-hand side to the right-hand side? This is where now we introduce a very powerful duo. And that is the Superstars team and Neolife. Superstars team gives you the strategy, the mentorship, the training, the support. And Neolife makes sure that all the logistics are done for you. Importation of products, you will never bother with that. They've taken care of that. Distribution of the products into the market. And they give us a website or an online platform, so that as long as you have a gadget, even in your home, you are good to go to build your business. You know, sponsorships, everything. And when now you have these two parties, you are good to go. So how do you partner with the Neolife so that you can be able to build your own business? Now, this is a direct link. We don't have middlemen. You see out there, before you take any product, it's first advertised. So we have advertisers, we have wholesalers, distributors, retailers, all these middlemen. Who pays them? It's your dime. So that's why products become expensive out there. And these guys are not adding any value. Now, in our system, we have removed them from that link so that you are directly connected with the Neolife International. And how do you do that? You pay a one-time fee of 10,000 Kenya shillings. Very, very, very little amount of money. But that doesn't mean that the value is that little. Value is too high, but the amount is too low that anyone who has the desire to change their lives, they can be able to afford. So it's not a business for the rich. It's for those who want to be rich. Now, when you pay that, that money comes back to you in form of these things. One, international license. You use that license across different countries. Number two, literature materials to enrich you more with information. But number three is that you get your own website at no extra cost. Unbelievably, you get the profitality that we talked about. Now, if you were to buy this profitality, it would cost you almost 7,000 Kenya shillings. So do you see your money has come back? And moving forward from this point, we'll be talking about points. Every product is assigned points so that the profitality you got there is 36 points. So if you bought another profitality for your friend, for your mom, for your parent, then you get another 36 points. That's 72 points. End of the month, the company will give you some bonuses based on the total points that you got. But let me show you our strategy in a few minutes. Note that the delivery of that kit is free anywhere within your country. So now what's your work? Once you've partnered with the company, you've gotten all those things that I've mentioned there, what's your work? Now, the first thing that you'll be doing is to change your shopping behavior. You've used chemicals for long enough. Don't use them for any other one day. Shop from your shop called Neolife, because we have actually everything that you would get from the supermarkets, not everything, but almost. Then why not buy the cheaper ones and the natural ones? So every time you buy any products, you get points. Move with me. Number two, that gives you more points is when you buy products for those who are not members. So they will buy through you, but you will benefit from profits because you are given 25% discount. That becomes your profit. And you also get the points because they are not members, so the points are yours. Now, end of the month, all those points again is money, in addition to the profits you made. But the magic is in sharing the opportunity, where you don't do the business alone. Instead, you look for like-minded entrepreneurs, friends who believe that they can also achieve more out of their lives. People who are positive-minded, they see possibilities. And when you bring them on board, then your business is as a result of whatever moves because of that whole organization. And I'll demonstrate that in the next slide. However, if you don't train, then it means you won't get the right skills and personal development that you need. At the end of it, it's not just about money, but also the person you become in the process. So as Superstars team, we are keen on giving you the right skills and training. So let me now demonstrate how building a network of other like-minded people helps you to build an empire, a business that will keep on growing and propagate from one level to the other. Now we use what we call 3 months model, where you start alone, be keen on this, you start alone, but then you buy some few products that you need for your own use. You may also buy a few for your friends who are not members, that is the customers. And when you are at 500 points, we call you a manager. Remember, you are still working where you've been working as an employee or whatever else. But here now you have started earning something small, 1,500 shillings to 2,500 shillings. True success starts small, but as the Bible says, do not despise humble beginnings. This is where all of us started. But now when you bring in other friends who also want to advance in life, Mary, Peter, and Joe, and they do what you did, 500 points, then you already have more than 1,000 points, and that is the person we call a senior manager. Very simple steps. Senior manager, you're earning 2,500 to 25,000 Kenya shillings. But if those points hits 2,000, then you are called an executive manager, earning 25,000 to 50,000. Now, the beauty is you are earning that amount, but there are other people you've brought into the opportunity, and they are also earning. So this is not a one-man show thing. It is all of us growing together as a team. But now, by the 3rd month or so, you've helped Mary, Peter, and Joe to be senior managers like you, and you have more than 4,000 points, and you are called a director. And I'm so excited to say that we have many directors in this call. As a director, you're earning between 50,000 to 100,000 Kenya shillings. Now, even if you are earning 1 million where you are working, and you are given another 100,000 Kenya shillings, will you refuse? Definitely no. So that is how in 3 months' time you can be earning 50,000 to 100,000 Kenya shillings. But then that is just the beginning. If you help one person to become a director like you, then you are called a software director, earning in excess of 100,000 Kenya shillings. And by that time, you're already enjoying exotic lifestyle. These are the people we'll be traveling with next month of May to Turkey, Istanbul. I'll be mentioning about that in a few seconds. So life becomes so sweet. You have 3 directors in your team. You're called a Ruby director, earning in excess of 200,000. And when you have 6 directors, you're called a president team member. And this is not theory. PROs and myself started down here on 17th of July 2010. And in a span of 2 years, 11 months, we were president team members, earning in excess of 762,000 Kenya shillings. And so our lives have changed. But just before I invite our guest speaker, let me show you practically what it means to change your life through this opportunity. I'm just like you. I'm not any better. Look at this. 2010, I was an employee of the university, but just in a rat race, going to work, back home, to work, back home, nothing much. I was paying rent. I was not driving a car, not even tuk-tuk. But look at what happens after saying enough is enough and jumping out of rat race. I started this business, and look at that. That's my second home here in Nairobi. This is not my first or second car. This is the latest shape of Land Cruiser. I mean, and these are things that you will be able to achieve. That's my family there. This is where my wife was brought up, this grass thatched house. But look at the house that we built for our in-laws. So anything is possible if you believe. And of course, you are joining the best team, Superstars team. That's the founder giving us an award there. And for those who love lifestyle and travel, oh, you'll be spoiled. Look at these Superstars team members in 5-star hotels. Those who are in Kenya, you know Sarova Stanley down here. You know the Ole Sereni Emara up there, where the president of Kenya was yesterday. Or the other day, that is on Thursday. You know, you share such, hotels. That's Windsor, where we will be this month when we become a software director. Ruby directors, we take them to a gold-coated hotel, Santon Sun in Johannesburg. We've been there many times. That was 2012 in Zambia, Victoria Falls, seeing one of the 7 wonders of the world. Then we went to Grand Hyatt in Dubai. We went to climb to the top of the tallest building, Burj Khalifa, this building here. We've been at the top there, you know. Then Obai, it's an island in Indian Ocean. Life continues. That was Cape Town with our leaders in Superstars team. Then we went again to Abu Dhabi. Look at that, Ferrari World, Yas Water World, the biggest mosque in the world, and being treated in a 7-star hotel, Emirates Palace. What else do you want in life? Mauritius, that was the second flight to Mauritius. Then we went to Mexico, Los Cabos, 22 hours flight from, JKIA, and the list continues. 2019, we went again to Abu Dhabi with even my own biological father. When something is too good, bring on board those who are close to you. And lots of recognition. This is on top of the monthly bonus. You are given some cash incentive. 615,000, that's not something I was used to in my employment. And we are saying this, we are still flying. Next month on 8th, we are on our way to Turkey, Istanbul. If you say yes to the opportunity, we'll guide you, we'll work with you, we'll mentor you, and this will become a reality. But it starts with starting. And as I invite our guest speaker, I want you to write down that pay bill number. Those who are here for the very first time. Business number 985650, account number, you put your national ID. 10,000 cannot be anything to stop you from achieving your wildest dreams. And don't procrastinate. Some decisions require that you be candid enough and you decide enough is enough. Don't procrastinate, pay up that amount. It will go directly to the Neolife International Company and your life will never be the same again. Once you pay forward to the person who invited you, and they'll guide you on how to get started. Now, it is at this point that I have all the privilege to invite this gentleman that I always love listening to. We were with him on 11th of March this year, last month, at KICC as one of our guest speakers. And man, he talked to us while it was past midnight in his place in US. And that is what we call real love. And we are so humbled to again bring here on stage Cesar Galarza, someone who is going to give you a big reason why you must do this business. He has supported so many teams in the entire Philippines, South Pacific, our own team in different regions, and we are just so humbled to invite Cesar Galarza. If Cesar, you can hear me, please, you can take it over.
Thank you so much, Josphat. Thank you so much, Superstars team and P. Rose and everyone for inviting me once more on this wonderful special occasion. Before I start my talk, I have to say, Josphat, that was an incredible presentation. The way you illustrated the product, the business, and my personal favorite, the lifestyle, and really just showcased exactly the power of this business. So you are so blessed to be a part of the Superstars teams. And I have to tell you that I was so excited when Dr. Josphat asked me to come on a little bit of a late notice, but thankfully I was available. In fact, I have to tell you, I logged on yesterday at 8 p.m. Kenya time, just to show you how excited I was for today's presentation. So let's go ahead and get started. It is always a pleasure, a privilege, just truly a joy to be able to participate in your meeting today. I have to tell you that there has never, ever been a greater time to be a part of the Superstars Team International, and of course, of the Neolife family. And we're going to discuss why. Now, for those of you I haven't had the privilege yet to meet, my name is Cesar Galarza, as my boss mentioned, and I'm the director of Neolife International, working with our international markets, particularly in the South Pacific, Australia, New Zealand, and the Philippines. However, I joined Neolife in 2005, so I've been with this company now for 18 years and have worked with our North American market in America, helping our Canadian market and helping our Mexican market as well. We have a lot of distributors in the US that originate from Mexico. In fact, I actually am from Mexico as well. I was born in Mexico, and at 3 years old, our family moved to the US. And I share that because today's call, I want to talk about where we all came from. And I want to talk about our humble beginnings and powerful leaders that I've had the opportunity to work with, just like yours and Superstars team, who started from the bottom. And there's nothing better than starting at the bottom. And I'm going to tell you why on this call. Aside from Neolife, I'm also happily married. We have 2 wonderful children, and I live by the golden rule. I think Dr. Josphat would agree with me on this one. And the golden rule is happy wife, happy life. Yes? So far, so good. Well, let's go ahead and get started on our call today. Now, Josphat already covered what I believe is the most exciting part about what we offer, which is our business. Of course, everybody on this call would agree that the most important part is certainly our product, the nutrition, the wellness. That truly is the most important part. But just to echo a little bit of what Dr. Josphat just finished talking about, especially for our guests. You see, if you're watching this presentation and somebody cared enough about you, appreciated you so much that they encourage you, that they inspired you, that they say, hey, you have to come to this meeting, it's because they want to introduce you to a team of world changers, to a company that makes a positive difference in people's lives. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what is in it for me? Why should I join Superstars team? Why should I be a part of this Neolife company? I'm just going to spend a few minutes discussing why. Now, this is just an overview of what you just heard and how our traditional business works. Now, just like you have heard, and it was explained by Dr. Josphat, you have the traditional business model, which is the retail model. Of course, there's always going to be that middleman that you just heard about. And in fact, that's why a lot of our consumer goods and products are highly expensive. Even in times of inflation, they get twice as expensive. Sometimes people say, well, I'm going to go away from the traditional business and open up an online store, which is great, a noble cause, wonderful. But it's the same concept, because that online store comes with additional charges, fees to inventory your product, to market it online, and it gets marked up and you get a percentage of that reward or income. At Neolife, we cut out the middleman altogether. And in fact, these products are made by the company, manufactured by our scientists, crafted by our geniuses, the SAB, and they go directly straight to you so that you can provide not just the support, but the information. You see, when was the last time you went to a store and saw an individual next to every single product explaining the benefits? It's never going to happen. But at Neolife, you have passionate individuals who are readily available, knowledgeable, passionate, and there to assist you every step of the way. So let's cut off the middleman and those marketing budgets, newspapers, ads, TV, radio, billboards. Guess who pays for that? The consumer. Well, guess what? Our business model at Neolife, that money goes directly to you, because our greatest advertising that we have in this business is our story. Simple as that. In other words, Neolife family and Superstars team, we get paid to talk. And in fact, you can make a little bit of money talking to a little bit of people. You can make a little bit more money talking to a little bit more people, or you can make a lot of money talking to a lot of people if you create that habit every single day. Now, again, just a little overview once more of the benefits that come with joining the Superstars team and the Neolife family. Instant entrepreneurship, extra income. You can work this business spare time, part-time, full-time, you decide. Residual income, this is very powerful because it starts small with a couple of customers. Then you start introducing business partners and then leaders and directors. And this turns into an incredible business where you can earn an income today, tomorrow, and for the rest of your life. In fact, you can have this business be inherited by your children. It's in the Bible, right? Take care of our children and our children's children. And you can do that through residual income. Become your own boss. You work wherever you want. Low risk, big upside. Come on, guys, 10,000 shillings to start a business, unheard of. Most businesses cost hundreds and thousands of shillings to start. Digital office suites. It comes with your own website, office tools, apps, trainings provided, motivation, inspiration. Everything is provided for you. A transformative community. And of course, we're on a mission to end the trend of poverty, poor health, and financial stress that's plaguing our community. If that was not enough, you also have the opportunity to own an international business. I work with people around the world who know somebody, who knows somebody, who knows somebody, who knows somebody. And in fact, you might be one of those people. You see, this business is not just about selling product, it's about building relationships. And relationship is the main currency in our business model. Our goal is very simple, and that is to simply help you achieve yours. So if you're a guest and you're looking at this opportunity and your sole purpose is to lose a couple of kilos, guess what? We have the solution. But if your desire is to improve your life financially, to have a better rewarding lifestyle for yourself, for your family, we can help you with that too. So we take care of the heavy lifting, and we have support and an infrastructure in 50 plus markets around the world. In fact, I have to tell you, I've had the privilege over the years to work with, I think you would call it like your siblings, the Superstar siblings in North America, your cousins and relatives out there, people that are out there and part of this wonderful team who are making a true difference in the world today. So let's go ahead and start with the topic that I was asked to talk about today, and that is building a legacy in business. And one of the things that I've done to prepare for my topic today is compile a couple of stories from incredible individuals like you and I, who were sitting there in that chair watching a business opportunity just like this many years ago. You see, nobody in my career, in my experience of almost 2 decades serving here at Neolife, have I ever seen anybody get started and become a 5 diamond in the same month, maybe in the same day. It's impossible. This is a process, everyone. And in fact, success takes time. And we all have humble beginnings. And humble beginnings start with this individual here that you just heard of, Mr. Jerry Brasfield, a young teenager, a farm boy in Central Valley, California, about 2 hours from where I live. He did not grow up a rich individual. In fact, Jerry always had an entrepreneur spirit. He talked about being a young boy. In fact, he still lives. He's in his early 80s, everyone. Talk about the power of the nutrition, the Neolife nutrition. But, you know, Jerry's a farm boy, young child who would walk around in his carriage carrying watermelons. And he would go and knock on people's doors around the farms, and he would sell watermelons as a child. And I remember him sharing a story of how he would use his nail to put the price of the watermelon, 5 cents, 10 cents, depending on the size. So he was always an entrepreneur spirit. But, you know, in his teens, Jerry suffered from asthma, and that limited him from being able to do the things he wanted to do. Does that sound familiar? Well, guess what? One day, somebody cared enough to share with his mother the power of nutrition, just like you heard today. I'm telling you this because Jerry's story lives in all of us. And through the power of nutrition, his health improved so much that he got excited and he couldn't do but share his story with others. Today, Jerry's story is heard across 50 countries around the world. And this small farm boy that started with a little network marketing business in the late 50s now has a multi-million-dollar business. And that can be you as well. There we see his daughter, Kendra Brasfield. Talk about a legacy in business. And I want to encourage you to invite your children into this business. Bring them out to the meetings. Have them listen to these talks. You see, for whatever reason, as children of God and as children of our parents, unfortunately or fortunately, we listen to others more than we listen to our own family. Does that sound familiar? So you may have heard all of this information before, but if they're listening to this from somebody else, it may actually turn on a bulb in their mind, in their head, and maybe spark some interest that you probably haven't been able to achieve. This company is set up for success. Kendra is an amazing young woman, and I've had the privilege to work with her. And now she's preparing our business and our company and our Neolife family for the next 65 years. That should make you feel real proud. Here's another couple I've had the opportunity to work with over the years. This is Delmar and Shirley Carmack. They are President's team members in North America. In fact, they are diamond legends as well. And Shirley, back in the days, was working as a healthcare practitioner. Her husband, Delmar, was a painter. And, you know, she was doing fairly well. He always talks about that he wasn't doing that well financially, but he had a humble beginning, a humble job as a painter. And one day somebody introduced Shirley and Delmar to this business, just like you are being introduced to the business today. In fact, Shirley got so excited and she didn't want to start this business for the income. She actually wanted to start this business for tax purposes because this business provides tax rewards in North America, which means that you can deduct a lot of your business expenses where you can kind of offset some of the income that she was gaining. So that was her purpose. That was her why. She got started in the business. Delmar started in the business. And Delmar said, when I started at Neolife, I started with $49 and a dream. Isn't that incredible? Well, today, Delmar and Shirley are semi-retired. They've done their work. They've built their legacy. They've built their business. They have an incredible organization around the world. They're truly enjoying the Neolife style, if you will. This is Delmar here at one of our conventions, just dancing away the night, all taken care of by the Neolife family. This is Shirley at our gala dinner. We had a Roaring 20s theme. Look at that big smile, just enjoying life. And all of this as a result of making a positive difference in people's lives, just like the mission in Superstars Team International. Now, you might be thinking, well, you know, Cesar is just showing off, or he's probably just, you know, sharing these incredible journeys and experiences that are not available to me. That's not true. I'm sharing this because these people were sitting in the same chair that you're sitting in right now, listening to the same information. Maybe it was a little different, but then they decided to get mad, M-A-D, make a decision. And you know what the decision that they made was? They said yes to the Neo-Life opportunity. Here's another couple you may be familiar with, which I've had the privilege to serve. And I say serve because this is a serving business, okay? This is a business of helping others. And Louis and Laverne Smith, I met in California when they moved from South Africa due to some challenges that they had experiencing back home. They decided to leave all of their family, their business, and they moved to a country, America, not knowing anybody, with a little bit of uncertainty. But you know what they took with them? Their Neo-Life business. And when they arrived in America, they began sharing and caring and loving on others. Now, I have to tell you, Louis, you know, he's an incredible individual. Of course, he's from the Charlie Bolton organization as well. And he's a very hard worker. One day, I was working with Louis, and he asked me to speak at one of his functions, just like this. And I said, Louis, let me take a look at my agenda. And he said, perfect. So I bring out my agenda. He brings out his calendar, and I was shocked and amazed to see that for that particular month, he had scheduled at least 1 to 3 presentations every single day. And I said to Louis, hey, what is your rest day? You got meetings on Saturday, you got meetings on Sunday, you got meetings in the morning, in the evening. He said, Cesar, I'm passionate about what I do. This isn't work for me anymore. So that's just an example of the desire and the hard work and the legacy that you can build in this business. Here's a little example of the result, right? It's not just about the money, it's about making a difference. But if you do the right things consistently, you will not only make a difference, but you will make an income. This is a $68,800 check. I did a little of the conversion. It's about 9 billion shillings, okay? What could you do right now with 9 billion shillings? Now, again, Louis, Laverne had humble beginnings. They started just like you. They said yes to the opportunity. And of course, they've also been able to experience the Neo lifestyle. This is Louis and I in Hawaii about to board a helicopter. Listen to this. An immigrant boy with an immigrant individual here, both from different countries, coming to America to live the American dream, boarding a helicopter together, something that neither of us have ever done. Neo-Life can provide that opportunity for you. This just gives you a little broader understanding of what's available for you in this business. Now, another amazing, wonderful thing that can happen in this business is when couples work together. You've seen it with P. Rose. You've seen it with Dr. Josphat. I call them dynamic duels. They're also known as power couples. And you know what's interesting about this is invite your couple, invite your husband, invite your wife into this business. It's already a marriage, but why not make it a business marriage as well? Here is Chuck and Charlotte Shelton. Charlotte and Chuck Shelton used to live in Texas. In fact, Chuck passed away a few years ago. And what did he leave for his wife? A legacy. You see, sometimes as couples, we leave behind worry, we leave behind stress, we leave behind memories, and unfortunately, we leave behind debt and financial stress to pay for the funeral, to take care of expenses, to live on your own, and in many cases, depending on government help, just to get by. Well, Chuck formed this business that created a legacy, which is now taking care of his wife many years after he has left this earth. Isn't that incredible? Charlotte Shelton also continues to passionately support her business. She has international team members all over the world. And this is just another example of what can happen to you. Here is Charlotte and I believe this is Maui, Hawaii, at a World Team President's Team reception. Does that look like hard work, everyone? Look at that big smile, enjoying life to the fullest. And again, a legacy that her husband built many years ago. Do we have to work hard in this business? I have news for you. Yes, we have to work hard, but the reward is tremendous. and the work is totally worth it. Now, you might be familiar with this lovely lady here, somebody I had the opportunity to meet that was introduced to me by Mr. Rico Brown, my mentor, and her name is Josephine Kemathe Marangu. In fact, she is part of the Superstars team downline in America, thousands of miles away. When I met Josephine, I called her and we talked and I listened. And I asked Josephine, well, what is your why? And she said, I want a big home. I want to have financial freedom. A respiratory therapist who began to develop some bad health issues, bounced back. A grandmother who still today takes care of her grandchildren. And in those little pockets of spare time, what does she do with that? She works her Neolife business. What are you doing with your pockets of spare time? Are you investing it in Facebook or Instagram or YouTube that is not relevant to your business or to creating growth in your income? Well, Josephine Marangu has had success with Neolife, and this should make you feel proud because Josephine's success is your success, Superstars team. This business is about edifying others, uplifting people, letting them know that there is a better way of life. Josephine was rewarded with the #1 Superstars World Team member for North America. Here she is having a nice glass of Trey with our #1 President's team in North America. She also earned an all expenses paid trip to Cancun, Mexico, along with her dear friend and business partner, Rachel Maina, who she helped and introduced to the business. Together, they were able to experience the true power of the Neolife opportunity and live and get a little taste of the Neolife style. This is in a yacht that was rented by the company, cruising the waters of Mexico without a worry in the world. Look at those big smiles, everyone. That can be you. All you need to do is close your eyes and envision yourself in that position. Now, I must say, it's not just about closing your eyes and envisioning yourself. I want to clarify that because nothing is going to happen if you do that. But going out there and doing the things that are required for you to have success is what I'm talking about. And there we are. We're in Mexico and Cancun. This was one of their first World Team vacations. They were also invited to the Dominican Republic last October. And once more, the opportunity and the lifestyle that Neolife provides for working diligently hard. This is another one here as we near the tail end of my segment, and this is Elizabeth Perea. Elizabeth Perea, I met through her father in around 2005, 2006. Her father suffered an accident at work. He was disabled. He went to a presentation just like this because he was not looking for a business. He was looking for relief for his back pain. He was looking for a solution for his health. However, within that presentation, there was a talk about the business and being disabled, not making enough income. He said, okay, let me start with the product and then we'll start the business. Well, fast forward. His daughter later years got involved. I started working with her and she met Greg Perea and they built a wonderful business. They started dating and Elizabeth said to Greg, if you're going to date me, then you're also going to date Neolife. Okay, so just be prepared for that. And began giving him the nutrition because Greg is a type 1 diabetic. And in fact, you know, if you're going to marry someone, you want them to be healthy so they can live a long life with you, right? So Greg said yes, joined Neolife with Elizabeth, and actually became our 2021 Challenge champion. He lost 26 kilograms. And don't you think his business exploded after this before and after? Hello, what am I trying to tell you all? We are the marketing. We are the product. So by changing our lives physically, it's going to reflect financially, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to share with others your story and your journey. Martha Andrade and Sam Lara came from Mexico, immigrants as well. They owned a little business, a little cafe in Bakersfield, California. One day we started talking and they said, I'm tired of having to go to that same business 6 days a week. I can't go anywhere. I have to be there because who's going to take care of this business? We put a plan together. We discussed their dreams. We discussed their goals. They got to work. And today they still own that business. But now they have the flexibility to have others take care of that business while they go out to Mexico, to the Dominican Republic, to Tennessee, and travel with the Neo Lifestyle business. And this lovely couple you may be familiar with as well. This is your fearless leaders. When we talk about humble beginnings, we have to showcase the founders of Superstars team, P. Rose and Josphat, Dr. Josphat. Before they were president's team members, he was the doctor. And here they are enjoying what looks like a birthday party or a wonderful cake or some kind of special occasion. See, we all have humble beginnings, and we should never forget where we came from, because it is who we are at the core of what we believe in. In fact, later on, they were introduced to a business just like this. They were sitting in a chair just like in the chair you're sitting on, watching a very similar presentation, and they got inspired. Not only did they get inspired, but they said yes to the business opportunity, and they took a leap of faith as a couple, and they started a very humble Neo-Life business. Now, I say humble with all due respect because it's a powerful business, but we all have our beginnings. Here they are with their beautiful family, enjoying not just the Neo-Life rewards, but also leaving something behind for their children that they can feel proud of. That must make you feel proud, knowing that you have something in your hands that you can leave behind when it's time for us to go. Talk about a business legacy right there. And I think we're great minds think alike, because here I'm using the same image that Dr. Josphat finished with our founder. I started with our founder, and I'm ending with your founder, Superstars team, because this is just an example of one story of one person that cared. You see, they say that one person can't change the world, but I'm here to tell you that one person can change your life. So I want to encourage you, if you're a guest, to say yes to that person who invited you on this call, because they truly want to make a positive difference in your life. Now, in closing, I'd like to end with this quote by a person I followed over the years who left a business legacy by the name of Jim Rohn. You're probably familiar with him. And he said, you know, your income is directly related to your philosophy, not the economy. What does that mean? It means that in this business, it is your business. It is your mission to spread the message and to become an advocate of making sure that you're helping other people change lives. You see, nobody is going to do this for you. It is up to you, Superstars Team International, to be that person, to be that solution. And why not let your work become your legacy? Your belief of better health and wellness and financial freedom become your legacy. So I'm here to tell you, Superstars team, it is time to rise up. I believe that there is a sleeping giant, and that sleeping giant is called the Superstars team. And it's time for the sleeping giant to awaken. This is just the beginning, everyone. I want to say asante sana to P. Rose, your incredible leaders, Dr. Josphat, for allowing me to come on and, although brief, share a little bit about my passion. I want to remind you, if you know anybody in the Philippines, in New Zealand, in Australia, feel free to reach out to me personally. That is my cell phone number. You can also WhatsApp me or email me. And in fact, visit Neo Life events for any of our functions happening in those markets that I support. God bless you, everyone. And thank you once more for allowing me to share, saying goodbye and wishing you a wonderful rest of your evening. Stay well, stay safe, and adios. That's goodbye from Los Angeles, California. Back to you, Dr. Josphat.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cesar, for that amazing, amazing session right there. You can be sure you've planted seeds that will definitely yield 100%. Thank you for having that time to share your wealth of experience and so many experiences from around the world. I can only challenge my colleagues as we drop off this call. Please make this day count. At all costs, just get started and you see what will happen. My parting shot is this. 1 year from today, you'll either congratulate yourself for the decision you've made today, or you will say, I wish I started that very same day. By not starting, nothing will change. By starting, you open a whole door to change your entire life. You don't have to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. Thank you so much, team. Thank you, our guests, for finding time to be here. Now, please call the person who invited you here and you ask them, how do I get started now? That's for today. God bless you so much and have a lovely night. Let's be meeting the beaches of the world if you'll be there to be met. Bye-bye for now.